Celeb Daily Ditch is diving into the wildfire happening in Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing trial. It's heating up faster than a summer barbecue. Today, we're talking about the bombshell testimony from Cassie Ventura's friend, Bryana Bongolan. Remember her? She's the one who claims Diddy dangled her over the edge of a 17-story balcony back in 2016. In the very first seconds of her testimony, it was already a scene out of a movie. Early morning banging on the door, terror on the balcony, and even Cassie stepping in mid-drama. Buckle up, ditchers. This roller coaster has more twists than a season finale. First up, the balcony incident itself. According to Bana's testimony, Diddy turned up really early at Cassie's high-rise apartment, think 3 a.m., pounding on the door. Cassie was out of town, but Bana says she was stressed out and let him in. The courtroom even saw a photo of that very balcony at Cassie's pad, 17 floors up. Once inside, things went sideways. Bana testified that Diddy came up behind her on the balcony, lifted her off her feet, and held her over the ledge. Picture it, 17 stories up, her bare feet on the rail, pleading not to fall. In her own words, for a split second, I was thinking I was going to fall. How terrifying is that? Even her weight, she was about 115 pounds then, suggests just how dangerous this was. Meanwhile, Diddy allegedly was screaming in her ear, "You know what the fuck you did." These chilling words were played to the jury. Yes, the F word was bleeped out in reports. Apparently, to this day, Bana has no idea what he was accusing her of doing. Talk about confusing drama in the courtroom. And it gets even juicier. After the balcony business, Cassie, who had been upstairs at the time, finally came out. She looked at her girlfriend hanging mid-air and said, "Did you just hang her over the balcony?" I can just imagine the look on her face. Witnesses say Diddy and Cassie had a tense exchange right after. Cassie even pointed out that Bana's girlfriend was upstairs with them. At that, the source claims Diddy swiftly left the scene. Flash forward, and this confrontation is now part of trial lore. The story doesn't end when Diddy fled. Bana ran home, took a long shower, and noticed a bruise on her leg, classic Hollywood shock moment. She also realized her back and neck were killing her. The jury was actually shown those photo evidence bruises on her leg. And yes, folks, she did go to a chiropractor that day. One of Bana's managers convinced her to get checked out, and the doctor even asked, "Who did this to you?" But given the setting, she feigned ignorance, saying she was scared. She even had a neck brace on, which was taped onto her photo and presented in court. It sounds like a scene from a TV drama. Diddy denies everything as images of neck braces and bruises go across the jury's screens. Here's where things get really entertaining. The defense attorney, Nicole Westmoreland, kept asking Bana about so many key details, and Bana's favorite answer was, "I don't remember." Yep, she couldn't recall what drugs she was allegedly on that night, despite prosecutors' earlier hints that she'd been doing MDMA, GHB, and coke. When pressed, Bana said, "I didn't say those words. That's a lot of drugs." Now, in court transcripts, it's a bit hilarious, the lawyer goes, "You were on MDMA, GHB, and cocaine." And she's like, "I didn't say those words." However, just hours later, on direct examination, she admitted that she and Cassie were full-on party buddies, popping hundreds of pills together, snorting cocaine, blazing weed, eating edibles, and even doing hours-long ketamine binges. She even told the jury she got stuck in a K-hole. So yes, she slammed back all those drugs with Cassie. Yet when her lawyer questioned her specifically about that fateful night or Cassie's 29th birthday party, it was, "I don't remember" on loop. The defense definitely made a point of it. They even had her looking at documents to jog her memory, but she kept saying, "I don't remember." The punchline, her testimony is peppered with forgetfulness, making this whole tale feel like a bizarre game of celebrity truth or dare. If you thought "I don't remember" was the tagline, wait, there was also talk of a knife. An earlier part of her testimony mentioned Diddy allegedly rushing into Cassie's apartment at one point and throwing a knife at Cassie. When the defense circled back, Bryana again couldn't recall details. She didn't even remember how the knife got thrown. The attorneys had to ask if she had told investigators that Diddy and Cassie had knife fights. She insisted she didn't remember that either. And here's another twist. The first time Bryana ever said Diddy threatened to kill her wasn't during a screaming match. According to court testimony, she first made that claim in a lawyer's demand letter. That's right, apparently she sent a letter accusing him of "I could kill you" threat, and even admitted she later dumped her lawyer for allegedly leaving inaccuracies in that letter. Oh, and did we mention the $10 million lawsuit? Yes, she sued Diddy in 2024 for a cool $10 million over this whole ordeal. In court, she said her lawyers wrote the complaint and she hadn't even seen it before it went out. She told jurors how much she wished the balcony drama had never happened. Not to be outdone, even Beyoncé and Rihanna get dragged into this saga. During questioning about Cassie's clothing line career, Bryana said Cassie's brand flopped largely because Bey and Riri were dominating the scene. It's like throwing shade at these global icons right there on the witness stand. Now, that's a celeb splash in this story. The defense also quipped, "Are you productive when you're high every day?" Talk about spicy cross-examination. The jury was told to disregard that if they objected, but we all saw the eyebrow raise. Phew, that was Diddy's trial in a nutshell. Balcony horrors, bruises, forgotten details, and a mountain of drama. Our verdict? We'll let the jury decide. But one thing's for sure. Celeb Daily Ditch will be right here, dissecting every juicy moment. If you're shook by these twists and want more celeb scoop, hit that like button and subscribe to join the Ditch fam. Got thoughts on whether Bryana's testimony was rock solid or a total sieve? Drop it in the comments below. We read them all. Until next time, keep sipping that tea and stay tuned for more.